Today we're at the Museum of Science and Industry. We are here with Dr. Rabiah Mayas. She's Director of Science and Integrated Strategies. So where are we right now?
We are in the rotunda of the museum. This is one of my favorite places because it is a central location in the building and you get a sense of the scale and grandeur of this institution. We've got a 727 plane hanging from the ceiling and a coal mine that's been here since the very first day the museum opened.
Okay, and so what is behind us?
This is Science Storms.
Okay.
This is a fantastic exhibit that is really about exploring physics and chemistry through the lens of natural phenomena. So think avalanches and tornadoes and tsunamis.
Okay, sounds good. So you're going to take us to the Fab Lab, one of the areas that you oversee?
That's right.
Okay, sounds great. So right now we're in the Fab Lab. And what do you do in the Fab Lab?
So the Wenger Family Fab Lab is a place for modern innovation and invention. It is a digital fabrication laboratory where you can think of an idea and design it in 2D or 3D design software and then fabricate it on any one of our machines.
So will you tell us a little bit more about your role here at the Museum of Science and Industry and how the Fab Lab ties into it?
So I have a really interesting role here at the museum because I oversee both programming efforts as well as evaluation and research. So one of the areas of focus, which is part of where we're sitting right here, is all about innovation. So we're really interested as a museum in thinking about how to inspire young people to be creative. And so we do a number of programs that are focused on developing those kinds of critical thinking and creativity skills. We also have a number of programs that focus on getting young people connected to science professionals. So we know that one of the best opportunities to understand science and to think about if science is a career for you is to have a hands-on experience with science, but also to meet the people who are doing science and engineering every day. And then the last thing I oversee is related to how we understand the impact of our work. So what happens when someone comes to the museum? What happens when a teacher is in our professional development program or a young person is in our teen programming?
It sounds like what you're saying is one thing the museum does really, really well is it helps take science as an idea and a study and then puts it on a smaller level as how we can use it and we apply it in real life.
Absolutely. We are very much about breaking down science from the idea of simply being facts and content and ideas, and really science as a way of thinking is what we do here. So science is a way of looking at the world. It's a way of exploration.
So can you tell us a little bit about your background, like what you studied in college?
Yeah, so I studied biochemistry and molecular biology in college and in grad school. So I was a science nerd through and through. Got really excited about science as a kid and kind of followed that pathway through undergraduate school, and for a long time thought that I was going to pursue a research career. I was really interested in, I think like a lot of young people, solving a lot of the world's problems. I wanted to cure cancer and diabetes and a number of things. And went to grad school here in Chicago and started to get a little bit of an itch for working with young people and the public.
Can you touch upon a little bit of going through the courses of biochemistry and molecular biology? Like, I know it's tough, and that's amazing that you got a PhD in it, so congrats to that. But could you talk a little bit about it for those looking to go into that career path, or just maybe people are just a little bit interested, like the hard work that goes into it?
Sure. So biochemistry really is the chemistry of biology. So it is the chemical reactions and processes that happen in biological systems. So in our bodies, in organisms that include plants and animals and other kinds of organisms. And so we study things like how genes are processed or how energy is metabolized and things like that. And so it's a really cool, interesting study that takes you from microorganisms like bacteria all the way to people. And it's hard. It's really interesting, but it's also really challenging. But part of the thing that I have always loved about science is that challenge, the idea of discovering and exploring the world around you.
So science really is for everyone, correct?
It is. We believe that so wholeheartedly here at the museum, that regardless of your background or your experience or how confident you are in science, that there is something in science and engineering for everyone.
So right now you're going to give us a demo of something you do in the Fab Lab, correct?
That's right. So we are standing at one of our 3D printers. We have 15 of these, and what guests can do if they come to the museum and spend an hour with us is go from start to finish in creating a 3D object that they can take home. So one of the great things about 3D printers, especially these models that we use, is that you can see everything that's going on. So it's not some black box or magic that's happening. And so if you take a look in there, you can see that the 3D printer is laying down really thin layers of plastic that ultimately will form up in 3D to make the cat.
Oh, wow. And so how long does it usually take for the cat to finish?
For something this size, which is probably about 1.5 inches, 2 inches tall, it'll just be about 15 minutes or so.
Okay.
But we can make really large and complex objects on 3D printers, which is fantastic. You could make something like a little decorative vase, or even something as fun as a bracelet that's got interlocking pieces.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's very intricate. And do you show whoever comes in here how to make the whole thing start to finish?
We do. So what's great about the Fab Lab is that just like everything else here at the Museum of Science and Industry, you don't have to have any previous experience when you get here. We will introduce you to the software, introduce you to the machines, and make sure that everybody has a good experience and has something that they can take home.
So if someone wants to come to the museum and they ask for you specifically, can they? Will you be available?
They totally can. If I'm here, I'd be happy to come down and meet them. But we also have a number of other scientists and engineers here on staff who I'm sure would be love to meet them. But we also have some really great spaces for guests to come and explore. So one of those is the Black Creativity Innovation Studio that we can go check out.
Okay, let's do it.